You guys know I love selling on the major e-commerce marketplaces, Amazon, Etsy, eBay, anywhere that customers are comfortable shopping. And not to mention, those marketplaces also rank really well on Google. So they're viable. They're where you should start, I think, if you're a beginner. But that doesn't mean I don't think you should launch your own e-commerce website, given how easy it is to do, which I've done a few videos on recently, and I'm actually gonna piggyback off of one of them in this video, pick up where I left off. Now, a couple weeks back, I talked about, I launched a merch shop called Harvest Tees, where I'm selling Thanksgiving apparel. And because I'm selling on my own domain, I don't have to pay 17% of the order value to Amazon just for selling on their platform. I don't have to pay, 10% to Etsy for selling on their platform. I get to keep that as extra profit. So I think this is viable in the long run. Plus, I can capture emails and I can build a relationship with my customers. And this is a fully functional e-commerce site that you see. So I'm gonna link to that video where I walk through step-by-step how to launch this site in the YouTube cards right here. To recap, I launched a Printify pop-up shop. So I came into Printify, I clicked add new store, and I selected pop-up shop. Okay, I added to this shop, which I'm gonna show you the products right here under my products, okay? Just as an example, a bunch of Thanksgiving themed shirts. Then I jumped on over to Everbee store. I went to apps on the left-hand side and I added the Printify app. When you do that, you can import all of your products from your Printify store directly into Everbee and it takes less than a minute. Okay, and that's what allowed me to have this, this is the actual page. What I was about to show you was that you have complete control as a designer over the look and feel and layout of the page, the content, the text content, etc. Even down here, you can see you can build an email list that Everbee store will host for you here on the back end. Just go to marketing and then email. And not only can you set up email blasts to say, hey, Black Friday's coming up. Here's a discount code when you come shopping. You can also set up email automation. What I really like is that they've got a bunch of these email series that pretty much everybody would need already set up for you. So when you jump in and use Everbee store to launch your e-commerce store, this is all taken care of. The stuff that is the common pain points that is going to directly translate into more profit for you because it's going to increase your conversion rate. That's what it's all about. So you've got your welcome series here, 5 emails already set up. You've got your order updates. So if they order from you, hey, I need to know that it's, well, number 1, the order's confirmed. Number 2, when it's shipped, etc. You've got your abandoned cart series. So somebody who almost converted, but then didn't quite make it over the finish line. And you've got your abandoned checkout series. This is all built out for you. I absolutely love it, guys. Beyond that, you can go back here and find all of your products after they're imported from Printify. They're all just listed here. You have complete control over them. If you need to edit anything, simply click it and it'll open up a page where you can go back through the title, make changes as necessary. I do recommend focusing on good search engine optimization here and adding a description. Go ahead and click in, generate a description. You've got your images. Everything is customizable. On that note, you also have the ability to build out the whole website, including, and we're going to talk about traffic sources in just a second, because I think that's the logical next step. If you watched step 1 in this series where I launched my Harvest Tees merch shop on my own domain using Everbee store, but I have complete control. You guys know I'm a former web developer, so I know how to write code and do this myself, but it is much faster to use the user-friendly graphical user interface here in the back end of Everbee store, where you have, again, complete control over every aspect of your website. By the way, while it's on my mind, before I forget, Everbee has a massive promotion coming up for Black Friday. I'm gonna put in the first link in the description of this video where you can sign up for free to be first on the list to be notified about the promotion when it's ready to go live. They're calling it the Etsy breakthrough. Keep in mind, Everbee's the same people that bring you Everbee store as well. So they've got a lot going on over there, really trying to empower e-commerce entrepreneurs like myself, and I'm assuming you as well, and support us in our business ventures to be profitable and essentially replace a 9-to-5 job and live the dream of working for yourself. So you're not going to want to miss this. It is the first link below in the description. For the second half of this video, I want to focus exclusively on driving traffic to your store, because I know that's where a lot of people fall short. And that's why, generally speaking, I like to be established on Etsy and Amazon first, because they just get a lot of traffic. And that's step 1. People need to know your product exists in order to be able to purchase it. But it is something we can overcome on our own domain. So let's get to it. First, I want to talk Facebook and Instagram ads. Well, why are they effective? Because Facebook and Instagram have traffic. The same reason that Amazon and Etsy is an effective place to sell, right? And we're piggybacking off of Facebook and Instagram traffic. We're paying them to show up in people's feeds, and we're trusting that Facebook and Instagram are going to serve our ads to qualified potential customers that we can convert. So paid social ads, they let you get ultra specific audiences based on interests, behaviors, and purchase intent. They're great for testing designs fast and scaling winners. That's what it really excels at right here. Scaling winners is where it really excels. Because if you want to test, you can test for free, basically for free, on Amazon and Etsy. Retargeting warm visitors is where most of the profits come from. By the way, retargeting. Remember how I said Everbee store in their email function has an abandoned cart sequence? Well, if someone's already been to our website and added a product to cart, we know we have that data. Now we can basically follow them around the internet using retargeting ads and show them that product, try to bring them back and convert them. Number 2, Pinterest. This is a big one recently. I know my wife's all into Pinterest lately. Pinterest organic traffic and Pinterest ads. If you've never experimented with Pinterest ads, I've heard good things. So organic Pinterest, don't sleep on it. Pinterest SEO is one of the easiest long-term traffic sources. Create keyword-rich pins from your product mockups, link them back to your site, and watch them rank and drive free traffic for months. Plus, wherever you link to, I mean, whether it's Amazon, Etsy, your Everbee shop, it's like bonus points when you drive organic traffic to the major e-commerce marketplaces. But if you have your own website using Everbee store, which you can launch in minutes, you would want to essentially send the traffic there because you're going to have the highest profit margins there. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, the bottom line. Pinterest ads. So Pinterest users are planners and buyers. Promoted pins, that's what they call their ads. Put your designs in front of people actively searching for gift ideas, home decor inspiration, and custom items like print on demand. Works extremely well for evergreen niches and seasonal products. I know my wife does seasonal products right now, and she's experimenting with Pinterest ads and seeing some good results. 3, TikTok organic and TikTok ads. So organic short form videos showcasing your designs, behind the scenes creation, or customer reactions can go viral and drive floods of traffic. You don't need huge production. Trend-based content works best, so you don't need huge production. Some of the most successful Pinterest ads I've seen on an organic basis that go viral are just holding the product in front of the phone and just doing a basic, like literally one hand holds the product, one hand holds the phone. And I've seen accounts that do it basically every day. And for some reason, some of those, on some days, even though it's like the same video being recreated multiple times, it'll go viral, on one day, and then not go viral, the other 29 days of the month. But if it goes viral once, you can make so much money, guys. By the way, Printify has a direct integration with TikTok so that you can launch and sell your own print-on-demand products easily on TikTok Shop. So I just wanted to plug that. Ads. So cheap CPMs and powerful interest targeting make TikTok ads great for print on demand. Use simple UGC style videos to drive traffic to your landing page or a specific product. 4, Google search ads. Google, the most trafficked website in the world. I'm assuming you're familiar with it. So direct people who already intend to buy to your store. Great for targeting niche keywords that have commercial intent, like custom dog mug, for example, or personalized camping shirt, or funny mom gifts. So what you can do with Google ads often is steal a customer away from your competition, right? Whoever was going to rank organically in the top spot, Google sells the advertised spots above the top organic results. And it's a great way, again, of just kind of stealing a customer. And you get control over what keywords you bid on. So if you know what is most relevant to your customer, and honestly, the easiest way to do this is to put text in your design. Typically, the text in the design is going to be the primary keyword you want to pay to advertise on. So that's a quick tip there. Number 5, Google again, but this time Google shopping ads. Your product images and prices show up directly in Google search results. High quality mockups lead to higher click-through rates. Just like it works on Amazon, Etsy, or your Everbee store, it also translates into Google Shopping where you show up in those feeds, and it's going to also affect your click-through rate to have good mockups. Okay, it's perfect for print-on-demand stores with multiple listings, which I'm going to assume pretty much every store has. 6, SEO, search engine optimization, and blog content. By the way, both of which you can do in Everbee store. Simply add a new page each time you want to launch a new blog post, and you have complete control over the layout and the content of the page. So publishing helpful, niche-focused articles like gift guides, trend roundups, how-to content builds authority and drives long-term organic traffic. Google loves sites that publish relevant, consistent content. I'm a former web developer. I honestly learned web development through designing and then constantly redesigning really a few websites back when I was in college, and I was just learning, but I had fun doing it. And to this day, some websites that I built back then still make me money. I had an offer actually to buy one of them a week or two ago for a probably more than you're thinking, a hefty chunk of change. And I wasn't trying to sell it. And honestly, I told them no, because I'm making more money over a longer time horizon than I would make to sell it. I've had offers in the past. Honestly, I just keep it. To this day, it's still working. 7, email marketing. Turn visitors into subscribers with a discount pop-up. Everbee store already supports that, by the way, so they're making it easy. The reason I keep bringing it back to that is because, guys, I'm not trying to saddle you with, a whole weekend worth of work and headache and facing a steep learning curve. What's cool is Everbee store as a platform has all of this built out by default in the back end. When you launch a brand new store, it's already all there. Okay, you go in, add your branding, add a logo here and there, customize it as you see fit, but it's already running for you. So that's one of the biggest benefits. So you have your discount pop-up, then use automated sequences, automated emails to convert them into customers. Email is the highest ROI, return on investment channel for recovering abandoned carts, which is already done, and promoting new designs, which you can do manual email blasts every time you have a new design. 8, influencer marketing. Partner with micro-influencers who create content featuring your designs, getting them in front, or getting your products that are relevant to that niche in front of their audience. It's great for UGC, brand trust, and sudden traffic spikes. Works extremely well for niche print on demand like pets, specific hobbies, specific sports, etc. 9, Reddit communities. Many subreddits allow showcases or product posts if it's done tastefully. If it's not done tastefully, an admin will remove it or it'll get downvoted into oblivion, right? Even if not, you can contribute value and then use a profile link to funnel traffic to your shop. So a little bit of a meta idea there, going a little bit above and beyond what you might expect. And then 10, bringing it home here, niche Facebook groups. We're bringing it back to Facebook, another one of the most popular websites in the world. Bringing Facebook group members together around a singular niche, whether it's you making the group or you being a member of a group, similar to Reddit communities, it can be a super effective way of, it's super effective for hyper-targeted niches. Participate genuinely, provide value, and link your products only when appropriate. Works best for passion niches, again, like pets, dogs, etc., specific hobbies, professions, sports. You really want to speak to what makes people tick. I feel like with Christmas around the corner, Christmas gift giving is often done based on how people spend their time. What are they interested in? What makes them tick? Is it their job? Some people don't like their job, so maybe it's not related to what they do 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Maybe it's what they do on the weekend. You guys get what I'm saying? But as a print-on-demand seller, I want to be in as many niches as possible with good enough designs that might sell. I don't think there's a single design that's the only way to design in a specific niche, but I want to be putting out high-quality designs that are good enough to convert. So using those 10 ways of driving organic and paid traffic, I want to challenge you, launch a store this fourth quarter and simply test. See if you can drive organic traffic. See if you invest in paid traffic, can you convert that into orders? Can you get the ROI back? And again, you're not having to pay Amazon a referral fee or Etsy a referral fee, so you've got padded margins. So see if you can make this work, because once you can, guys, with ads, the one thing you can do that you can't really do with organic traffic is you can scale rapidly using Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, Pinterest ads, right? All the above. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching till the end. I'll drop a link to everything I referenced in this video below, and I'll see you guys at the next one.